Hey guys, welcome back. This is Seth Turin, and today we're continuing our look at building bots that can manage liquidity farms. Last time we built a bot that swaps tokens, invests them into a liquidity pool, and then deposits those liquidity tokens into a farm. Today we're going to look at what to do once our tokens are in the farm. This farm that I'm looking at right now is Dogecoin with BNB token. A few days ago I put $20 into this farm, and now you can see the fruits of my labor. I have earned 1 cent. For the sake of this demonstration, we're going to pretend like that's a lot more than it actually is. So now it's time to reap our rewards, and we're going to click this harvest button right here. A quick confirmation in MetaMask, and we are now 1 penny richer than we previously were. So what do I do with that? Because I don't necessarily want to hold cake token. So what I'd like to do is swap that cake token, and this button here switches the 2 tokens that we see. And our balance here, that's about $5. I'm just going to pretend that that's what we just harvested from the farm. And now I have a choice. I can either take that into USDC, and then from there, maybe I could bridge it over to Avalanche, and then from Avalanche, I could send it back to Coinbase. And then we can just consider that a payout. If we had enough money invested in these things, then we could basically give ourselves a paycheck this way. But we can also take this and invest it back into our yield farm. So to do that, we would take our cake token and we're gonna split it. So half of it we're gonna put into BNB, which would be about 0.6 cake. We're gonna enable cake, confirm in MetaMask, and make our swap, confirm the swap, confirm in MetaMask, good to go. And then we're gonna take the rest of it and we're gonna buy Dogecoin with it. And I might have done my math wrong, but no big deal. Click swap, confirm once more in MetaMask. And let's jump back to our farm. And on the farm page, it gives us a link to get the LP that we need. The LP, that's the liquidity pool token. Or in other words, we're adding liquidity. So we're gonna add all of our Doge here, and we don't have enough BNB for that. So let's say like 25 Doge. And you see, I did my math wrong. And as a result, we have leftover Doge that we don't get to add. And this is just another argument for why we should have bots doing this instead of ourselves. So let's go ahead and add that, click supply, confirm in MetaMask. Now we can switch back to our farm. We're gonna click this plus button, and it's not showing up yet, so let's refresh the page. Now it shows up, so we can click plus. We're gonna click max, because we want to deposit everything that we just created. I'm gonna confirm this, confirm again in MetaMask, and now we have $25-ish invested into this yield farm. But again, you can see what a process this is. And ideally, if you have thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in here and you're accumulating a lot of this cake, you want to be doing this at least once a day. So wouldn't it be great if we just had some kind of a bot that did all this for us? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't we create one? And I think I'm going to just add on to this bot that we already started last time. So I'm going to create a new script, and why don't we name these? We'll name this one deposit. We'll name this one compound. Now I'm going to take my UI in main browser. I'm going to Control-C, copy that, and I'm going to paste it here. Likewise, I'm going to copy my config DeFi wallet and I'm going to paste it over. Now before we get into the meat of this, let me undo what I did here. So I'm going to withdraw some of this. We'll say 25%, $6, close enough. Confirm in MetaMask. Go back to our LP page. Now click our Doge BNB pool, remove, 100%, enable, sign, remove, confirm, and last step to get back where we started. We had about this much cake that we turned into BNB. So we'll swap that, confirm, and then our Dogecoin, we'll just take all of this and turn it back into cake. And just like we did before, I'm just going to pretend that this is the money that we're harvesting. Perfect, let's get started. So the first thing I need to do is set a variable, call it farm, and we're going to say find farm by tokens. The exchange will be PancakeSwap. Token A will be Doge. Token B will be BNB. Click OK on that. Let's create a log to tell it what we're doing. We'll say claiming rewards from, and we'll put our farm variable here. Let's run this and see what it looks like. The variable, and there we go, claiming rewards from Doge WBNB farm. Our next step will be to claim the rewards, and we'll put our farm variable here. Okay. And I believe over in our deposit tab, we have this command here that we can just copy and paste over. Now we're just going to let ourselves know that we're swapping tokens. Okay, but how much do we swap? Well, ideally, we want half of it to go to one of the coins and half of it to go to the other one. So half to BNB and half to Doge. So let's set a variable. We're going to call this cake amount. And we're going to set this to our token balance The chain is Binance Smart Chain. The token is cake. Click OK. I think I want to put this above the log command here, just because I like the log command to be right before the command that it's announcing. So next we're going to swap some tokens. Exchange is pancake swap. Token in will be cake. Token out will be BNB. Now for the amount, we're going to put our cake amount variable divided by 2. Hit OK. And now I'm just going to copy this whole thing because we're going to do another swap command that's almost identical. The only difference is the token out is going to be Dogecoin. Hit OK on that. And we want to make sure that we're always logging everything. So let's copy our log object command from up here. We'll put it under each of these commands here. So our next step is to add liquidity, just like we did in our other tab. Token A is going to be Doge. Token B is going to be BNB. Now for the amount, whenever we do a swap, the txinfo object that it gives back gives us this amount out. So we can take that amount and we can put it in here, but it's a little bit easier to me. As long as I'm not planning to hold either of these tokens just by themselves in my wallet, like I want all of them to be in the liquidity farms, then I like to just add everything that I have in there. So for that, I'm going to say get token balance. The chain is Binance Smart Chain, the token ID is Dogecoin, and hit OK. And for amount B, BNB is actually our native token. So rather than say get token balance, I have to use this get native token balance. And my chain is going to be Binance Smart Chain, and we'll hit OK. But keep in mind that I need my native token to pay for my gas fees. In the case of BNB, you can see that right now I have 0.0094. Why don't we call that an even 0.01? So we're going to say this get native token balance, and we're going to subtract 0.01. And let me reiterate that I'm only doing this because we're using BNB token. If this were any other farm, then we wouldn't need to do this and we would just use get token balance. Let's hit OK on that. Then we'll copy our log object command. Finally, we'll have one more log here. We'll say depositing to farm. So we'll add our deposit to farm command here. We'll use our farm variable from earlier. And for the amount, we're going to say get liquidity pool balance. The exchange will be pancake swap. Token A ID will be Doge. Token B ID will be BNB. Click OK. We'll copy our log object command, and we should be good to go. Now really quick, let's hop back over to our website, and let's just look at our farm. And we notice that right now, it has about $18 in it. And we're just going to pretend that we've accumulated something like $5 worth of cake. And before we start, I'm going to hit Control D to open the debugger. I'm going to clear these variables, and that also clears my log so I can start with a fresh slate. So let's go ahead and give this a run and see what happens. All right, we're claiming our rewards, which we're pretending is going to be like $5. Once that finishes, we move on to swapping the tokens so that we can get some Doge and also some BNB. All right, our first swap went through. We're going on with the second one now. All right, our second swap has gone through, so now we're adding the liquidity, taking our Doge and our BNB and adding it to the liquidity pool. Adding liquidity worked with no problem, so now we are depositing to the farm, and everything worked just like we expected. So let's jump back over to our website, and now just as expected, the amount that we have staked has increased a little bit, and all of it happened fully automated. All right guys, that's it for this one. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.